Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday we breached 900 ELO on chess.com. Can we stay afloat above 900 or sink below? What kind of opponents are we going to face on this level between, let's say, 900 and 1000? I'm very curious. Let's start the next game. Alrighty, we received an opponent. They joined 7 days ago. No country given. Let's try the Caro-Kann like yesterday. I didn't like how I played it. It was not alright. Let's see if we can improve today. So you're gonna go after the center. The same like yesterday. Only they put the pawn here. Alright. They didn't take. So it's an option, to take, and I will take back. Right, next we'll just get the bishop out. And then close the chain. And then we have to develop all the pieces. It's gonna be a very closed system. So yeah, not so exciting first, but it should be very solid. But depends what the opponent is gonna do. Alright, so they're challenging my bishop here. I can either take and develop their queen, or I can go back. And if they take me, I will take with my pawn, which will open the rook. I think either or is fine. Let's actually see what happens. On the other hand, this bishop, again, Caro-Kann, talking about yesterday's game, is considered a back bishop. So if you can exchange for the same bishop, why not? I just take. Okay, now I think I will go with the pawn up here to get my other bishop out, or I could actually pin. But they would unpin or they would challenge me. I don't feel like exchanging my bishop for their knight. So why don't we just go? Okay, if I go here, I will allow them go here. Is that a big deal? Let's see. If I go here, they can also give me a check. I have to block. It should be here. I would lose the pawn. I could also block with my queen. But they would have two attackers on my pawn. Yeah. You know what? Maybe first block here. So we block this square from any type of check or attack in the future. And now we go up. That way they don't have the check here. They either take me and I take back, and then afterwards I can take, or I will develop my knight. I can also go up here, get the queen out of here, but not sure if... Also we have to watch out here where the queen is actually staring, because this would be an attack on my pawn. So we would have to likely do something about it. Alright, they took. So I will take back. No, I don't see any blunder. Okay. I could go after my bishop now. I can just move the bishop somewhere else. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the Caro-Kann is, from what I understand, very positional. It's also very safe if you play it correctly, because you've got very solid defense. Okay, now I think I will develop this knight to be able to castle. Just have to watch out for this here. Okay. That's no big deal. I'm protected here. Every time the opponent moves the bishop, they'll leave their defender. I could go up here. Go after this, but then they go after me and they make it back. So probably not the best idea. Also, if I go here, they could in theory give me a fork on my queen and the bishop. Also not a good idea. So we're gonna excluding this move here. I would like to get out of the pin though. I can also castle first. I can also like ask them what's happening here. If they take me, I take back or back here. Let's try and see what happens. Okay. Now I can, let's see. It looks like I can get a piece here. If I go here, they have to go back. Okay, now that's not a piece. If I go here, they can go back. No. Let's keep it as it is. We can always charge them in the future if needed. I would like to get out of this pin. So maybe move it here in the, later on. But right now I will just castle. They clearly want to go after my bishop. Okay. I'm still aiming, but I don't like the knight here. I could go up, but I'm opening the king. I don't like that. Let's stay solid, no opening. We could attack this guy here. I could go here, put the pressure on, and then next move here. That feels pretty good, I believe. Because now we are out of the pin here. And next we can maybe put it here. Attack the bishop and the pawn. And let's see what happens. So far the opponent has been pretty solid. No major mistakes. Alright, we got taking back. Material is equal. Everybody seems to be solid. They do have a kind of isolated pawn here. So next move is going to be this or this to go after that. They can defend with one of their rooks. But, you know, you just put the pressure on. So we lost the white square bishop. So we want to keep our pawns on white as a... That's how it's my understanding, at least. If you lose the bishop, you want to have those pawns on white to offset that loss of your white bishop. White squared bishop. Next, I just want to get this guy out to open up my rooks, connect the rooks. Yeah, let's just go here. Maybe next we'll go here to put pressure on this guy. Right now we are attacking their pawn. Got two attackers, they've got only one defender. So let's see how they defend. They probably have to use the queen. So they have to go here, here. I can always attack the queen with my bishop. See, that's the problem with an isolated pawn. If this knight was not here, you could move this guy here and support. But now they're blocking their pawn with this guy here. Our rooks, not cooks, I'm thinking of food, I guess. Our rooks are connected, that's good. This one is the... Alright, so they want to exchange to avoid this trade. They are also protecting at the same time. So I can disconnect. But they can just attack me. Actually, there'll be a blunder, right? If I did that and they attacked me, I give check. Oh, no, the queen is protected by the knight, so there would not be a blunder. If they didn't have the knight here, I could take, but they would just move their guy here. I can also move my rook. That seems pretty good. Let's do that. So if they take me, I take back, and I'm aiming at this pawn. Opponent is playing pretty well. I mean, it's a new account, so they might be solid. Play against any new account, you don't know where they really stand because they could be anywhere. Could be 300 ELO, it could be 2000 ELO or anything. So you don't know what you're dealing with. Kind of like my account. I still don't know where my ELO is. We just take back. And now we'll start. Okay, they are covering. That's good. We still want to probably double up. Just because we can. The rook is not really doing anything here. And I'm going to start moving my pawns up. This bishop before now, it's well placed. It's aiming somewhere. So I'm going to leave it here for now. I could also open up here and then move it up there. But I would disturb the structure here. If I move this guy, I'm creating a weak pawn, kind of. Which they cannot attack right now, but it would be creating some kind of weakness. So for now, we'll just leave it and see what happens here. This here is a potentially good spot for my knight. This one here too, so I could go here. I can also attack this pawn with moving this guy here and here. Okay. Kind of minority on this side. They've got 3 pawns, we've got 2 pawns. But they do have this isolated pawn, at least for now, protecting it. I'm gonna keep this guy here. It's nothing to be attacked right now. Can also put it here. I don't know. Either or. I like it here, it's pretty good, but they do have a weak spot. Okay, let's just make more space, I guess. You know, I'm focused on this pawn, but knights like to be forward. They like to go forward. So maybe I should forget about the pawn right now and just move the knight more up, attack something. Let's be more active. Because I move here, I will still be attacking it. And I've got a lot of options. Once you start moving the knight, you've got to, you know, you go here, you attack this guy. You just have to get the knight out towards the opponent. Like right now. We attack in 2 pieces at the same time. They could go down, but then I take this guy. See, they're on the defensive already. So let me move. I can also move the rook here and also make space for this guy here. Reshuffle a little bit. Go here. And then here. I don't see any fork yet. It's protected by this guy. Alright, we're getting a pawn. So that was the whole goal of this. And then we just go back. Can also go after this pawn now by moving the rook back here. In fact, that's even better probably. Go here, attack it again, and then support with another rook. But let's not be too fast. No fork. I can go here first. to go after this pawn here. I think that's pretty good. So we're attacking this pawn. Got 2 attackers, they've got 1 defender. And we'll have a third attacker that they can protect here, but they're totally on the defensive, right? And then we can go here and then put another guy here. I'll put 100% of the defender here. In this case, I will go here to free my bishop from this, see? Three defenders. So I go here. If they take, we increase the pressure. We'll have a back pawn. Right now it's protected by a rook. But I might need to move the king towards it to protect it. Okay. So this allows me to take. They take back. Take. Let's think this through here. Take. Attacking my rook. We take here. They will still have 2. That's kind of interesting. I can also go here. They take me, I take back. So we can exchange. It's always valid. The problem, they will be attacking our guy here. And here. So I have to move back here probably. And take me, I take. Okay, let's do this. So those are being attacked. I have to protect this pawn, which I created by moving this guy up here. So I just go back here. Still protecting, and he cannot attack me. If they take me, I take back. What can help me? I'm not sure if I want to take back, because I probably have to move the... Okay, it's another tactics here. This guy is unprotected now. So we could take, because if they take me back, we gave a check. So always look for unprotected pieces if anything is aiming at them. This is protected twice, so this is solid for now. The easiest will be if just they took me. They will help me. Just do me a favor and take me. But they're not gonna make it that easy. If I'm not mistaken. So the time is almost equal. I'm 1 minute down, but you want to take your time. I'm still aiming at these tactics here. Right, the tactics is still in place. We take, they cannot take back. Okay. We take back. Let's see. Looks like it's gonna be some kind of exchanges here. Next, I can move. I don't have to move as long as it stays unprotected. All right, well. This one is protected by this guy. We can pin. The pre-work. So this pawn is protected by 2. I could go here. Get another pawn. I don't see what they could do about that. Could go here or here. Let's calculate. If I go here, they take me. I take this one. So there'll be +2. If I go here, that's +1. So hopefully I'm correct. Also, if I go here, you can just support. Then I would be pinned, but they do support it with this. Okay, well, let's go for a pawn, I guess. This pawn has got 3 attackers, so it's falling. Also move this guy here. If the knight moves, it might move here to block to go there, but that's fine. I'll just take the pawn. All right, go here. They have to move, right? And they need to do something. Okay. And now we do have. Oh, they might give me a check here. Sneaky. Let's take first. Okay, let's see. First, give me check. I have to move somewhere. Probably here. They could take this guy. Yeah. Okay, this opponent is not bad. Take a clear plan. Can we avoid this? Can go here, but then I'm losing the grip on this. So I either take the pawn with one of those and give them counterplay, I'll lose this pawn, or I prevent the check and move on. It's an isolated pawn, so at some point it's gonna fall anyway, probably. So let's, no, that would give them counterplay as well, because they would just take me. All right. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. This is a pretty strong knight here. Outpost, protected. All right, we talked about this. There's only one move. And that's this guy. Let's see, I go here. They give me another check. I go here. Okay. Definitely the opponent found some counterplay. Be careful about this knight. It's on an outpost. It's aiming at all different spots. Okay, the opponent will have to make up his mind now, because there's a lot of tensions everywhere where you look. We are 2 pawns up, so any exchange is good for me. Also, I've got passed pawn, which if I exchange everything, I can just move and promote to a queen. They've got one pawn, but it's blocked by my pawn, so should be okay, should be safe. This was definitely a counterplay, but I felt like it was relatively safe. But every time the rook comes on your back rank, on the 7th or 8th rank, and starts attacking you, you might go here, but then I will just take... I have to take one of my rooks and probably exchange. Because if they don't, I will take their rooks. So it's either or. And once they start exchanging, I think I will probably be fine. So at this point, my evaluation is that we are winning, but you just never know. This guy is resourceful. 7 days ago, yeah. He plays pretty good. Or she. No idea. It stays anonymous. So now we just have to get out of the... Okay, this guy. You want to get out of anything. So I go right here. Because if I go like here, he's going to give me some kind of fork, right? So I go up here. And now we are out of the danger. There's no more checks. If you start changing, that's fine. And I make the run afterwards. I can also take my pawn here, but they will just lose the rook. The best for them would be to take my rook. I take back either or, probably the bishop. And then they take my pawn. I will immediately move my rook here so I can start pushing. Yep, as predicted. Can also go here, they take, check. And like keep my rook here and then start moving upwards. It's a potential. But I think I will take it easy. Move my, if they take me here, I will just go behind my guy and go forward. And then go after this pawn, because that's the pawn that protects this knight. I'll probably move here, which I will counter. Let's see what happens. In fact, let's go here. Now I'm attacking this guy here. And they cannot cover with this. Past pawns will move forward. In fact, I could also protect this guy and just keep moving. And then, you know, help with the other pawn. Now I'm threatening this guy here. Could give me a check, but I will take. In fact, they're kind of running out of space, right? This is not possible. This is not possible. This is not possible. Okay, this is possible. But now we just ran. That's fine. I think I will. He wants to give me check potentially. Rook actually will be nice fork. So you do have to watch out for those things, right? So I will just, I think, move here. Just to eliminate any type of fork. Attacking the knight at the same time. Okay, this opponent plays pretty good. I would say the strongest opponent so far. You can see my time is getting low, but as we inch towards the end game, I will speed it up. You have to move this or protect. See, they cannot go here, they cannot go here. They cannot go here. They could go here. The only spot. This one is protected, so those two are out. This one is fine too. I'll just attack it right away, probably. My bishop is safe just because of this combo, so I will keep it. I can also make a run. Depends what they do with this. Okay. Alright. I could go here, they take me. I could go here and they take me. I could ignore it. They start giving me checks. I don't think I want to give them this. Anyway, let's just push this guy here. Could also have taken this and then just rush. I think there's a lot of combinations at this point. In fact, that's gotta be the easiest maybe. Sacrifice to take one of their pieces out. We've got passed pawns and just go for everything. Have a check. Can probably just move here. Or here. Here would be out of the reach. Okay. Now, let's I just rush the pawn. It's gonna give me check. I go here. Or here. Probably here. Now they have to move the rook again. Could also do this. Or just attack it. Can also just move forward. Ignore everything. Alright. Let's move forward. Alright. Let's go here. They might give me this, I'll just take. Alright. That's gonna blunder this guy. Okay, should be totally win at this point. There's honestly nothing they could do. I'll just rush my pawn. They cannot go to this side. This rook is totally blocking them, so I'll just keep going. They cannot go after my rook. The rook is protected by this bishop. And I create a corridor where their king cannot go beyond. Should be a checkmate. Yep. Alrighty. Good game. Thank you to the opponent for this game. This was definitely probably the best player so far. We just had to slowly go after each weakness, but it just took some work. So let's look at the analysis. All right. So let's see what we got. 83. Opponent got 77, so not too far behind. So opponent played pretty well, 1300, 1400. Yeah, they were only 5 percentage points behind, so we're kind of winning, and then we screwed up and made it equal at some point. Oh, that's interesting. So I cannot wait to actually see these analyses now. All right, let's go back to the keyboard here. So Caro-Kann, it's called, I don't see the name, because Mr. Gotham Chess is blocking the view there. I don't know if it announces the name there or not, but I thought it did from watching some videos, YouTube and stuff. Anyway, I developed the bishop, get it out of the chain here, beyond this point, and close the chain. So this is all good. This is fine. This was primarily to avoid... See, the computer wants me to just go here. But I kind of thought... Oh yeah, okay, here I can actually... But I will still lose a pawn. See, I felt like I can go here, but apparently they would not be that good, because they take another pawn. So we are 2 pawns down, but per computer we are actually winning a little bit with 2 pawns down. I think that's because we open the rook and it just makes it more powerful. Yeah, but I played safe and I just preventing them any counterplay, and then I moved forward. Okay, so this guy first. I wanted to get out of here so I can actually castle. But okay, either or is the same evaluation, looks like. Okay, this is all good. So there's no major mistakes, blunders or anything. Oh, so computer just wants to take and create a... I felt like if I take, they develop their bishop, their knight. I don't see how that is good. They're protected, but they kind of stuck there. I guess I could always move with those pawns to get him out and then attack this pawn. I don't know. Some kind of long-term weakness probably the computer sees, but I have no idea. I just reinforced the rook. It took, and that helped my rook to get on this open file and attack the pawn. They move forward just to get it protected. I reinforced the empty file again. Computer wanted me to start chasing, I guess. Get the guy out of here. Again, I'm against opening the king too early. But now that the queens are out of the game, maybe you're safer to do it. When the queens are on board and you're also opening the king and the whole area around the king, that is asking you for trouble, I would say. But what do I know? All right, I moved the knight to a better spot. See, computer approved. It actually says the best move. Yeah, well, it's logical, right? I'm attacking the weak spot. My idea was to move maybe here later on, or just create some space. And also to move the rook to go after this guy. So this was all good. And here... we could have taken already here. The tactics I mentioned later, it was already here. This guy's unprotected. I spotted it afterwards. I spotted it. See, it's the entire time it's here. I have not seen it until like here somewhere, I think. Now I did it, yeah. Okay, so we start making some mistakes. My idea was to reinforce the push on this guy. The computer wanted to just take it, even though there's two defenders. So how does that work? So I take, they take back, I take, they take back. So we are down material. Oh, this guy was unprotected. Oh, of course. I did not see that. Yep. This rook is overworked. So once we start exchanging here, this guy becomes unprotected. There you go. That's the tactics I did not see. Alright, so mistake. Gives them counterplay to give me check. Again, I took the pawn, gave them counterplay to give me a check, which I was talking about in the game. I just felt like I'm 2 pawns up, we'll get out of it, which is fine. Now they messed up here. They could have given me a check. I'm forced to move. So I move closer. Then they take me. I take back. And they get out of it. Give me check again. I'm still 2 pawns up. But I guess they can repeat. Ah, repetitive draw. Wow. So that's interesting too. They were losing, but they could. This combination would have saved them to make a draw. Wow. Okay. Well, that did not happen, luckily. We exchanged. See, I was talking about it that they would take the pawn. I did this to go after the knight, so they can now reinforce this pawn. Wasn't the best, but I was not losing either. They could have taken this pawn multiple times, but somehow they were looking at something else. Now I took the pawn, which takes the defender away, and they start moving their knight. They have to. This is all fine. Well, that was another consideration, remember that? They would have moved some out of there. Yeah, better consideration, I guess. But it's still fine. I mean, evaluation still is 4.4, so this is all fine. Now they're in trouble because my pawn is only 1 move away from promotion. And here they sacrificed the rook to get rid of my pawn because they was about to promote. And I took the knight as well. So at this point I am 10 points up in material. The game is over. I'm blocking this file with this rook. Rook is protected by this bishop. And we just keep moving this pawn up. And checkmate. So that from that point on, it was pretty clear it was over. They actually fought until the last move, which is correct. You never know. The opponent might screw up. You never give up. Unless you play against a strong player, they will likely not screw up. But even then, you never know. So let's go back to the full screen and discuss. So this was our game number 12. It put us at 931. Okay, so 931 ELO on chess.com. So we are inching a little closer to 1000. Hopefully we'll get there soon. But as you see, the opponents are getting tougher now. So this game almost became a draw after that combination with the knight and the rook on their side and my king running for cover. Luckily they didn't find the combination, but this could have been a draw, or I could have lost easily. So thank you very much for watching. If you could subscribe and give me a like, I would appreciate it. Give me your feedback, what you think about this channel and the games. If you would like me to do something else, maybe play against the bots, which I'm actually planning. If I reach 1000, I'm gonna play against the bots on chess.com just to see what they're about, but we'll get to that. So first, let's see what we get with this, and then we'll expand a little bit. So enjoy your day, and I will see you soon. Aloha, thank you, and bye-bye.